Good morning, everyone. Today's Monday, August the 1st, and I am back on trail. This is day 20 of my Colorado thru hike. Got dropped off back at Twin Lakes this morning, and right now just continuing with segment 11 towards the Clear Creek trailhead. Looks like it's about probably in the low 50s today. Right now it's very, very cloudy. Unfortunately, when I went past the Interlaken, I think, trailhead, I had missed my turn, so right now I am backtracking back down the hill and get myself back on course. So I'll be back shortly once I figure out where I'm going. I'm going to take a quick video of the lake here before I start moving away from it. This is one of the Twin Lakes. So we're now, you can't see it because it's actually in the other lake on the left-hand side here of the video, but the general store and the Twin Lakes Village is across the other side. Well, the decision has come that I thought about over the weekend, and to the right is going to be the Collegiate West, and to the left is going to be the Collegiate East. So again, I thought about it a lot over the weekend and decided right now, at this point, hiking solo by myself, I'm going to go ahead and take the east. I'm sure I'll get a lot of slack from people about not doing the west, but I would really prefer to be with a hiking partner or a group at this point to work through some of the challenges that you're going to run into on the west. I mentioned on an earlier video that I ran into a couple in Fresco that I was hoping to catch up with and be able to hike, but looks like I missed that window. I did run into them in VB last night, and they're actually doing the west. There's 3 of them, and they're already into segment 2, or just finished segment 2 of the west. So they're a couple segments ahead of me. So hopefully we're going to try to catch up maybe in Salida, a little further down the trail where the east and the west comes back together again. So we shall see, but I think at this point in time right now it would be in my best interest to go ahead and do the Collegiate East. I know that the Collegiate West will always be here, so if I ever want to come back and tackle that one, then you know, it'll always be here to do. So anyway, that is my decision, and I am carrying on. It's about 10:15 a.m. and thought I'd show you a little bit about what the trail looks like. Nothing really too exciting. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of forest walking. Still around 9,800 or so feet, maybe a little higher now. My foot is, I'm so glad that I did an extra day just to see how my foot was doing, but today it feels much better. I can feel it just a little bit. So the plan is just to kind of baby it today. So far, so good. And maybe try to do a little less miles for the next few days. Goal today is to try to get to the end of this segment to the trailhead there. I haven't figured out how many miles that is yet, but that's kind of the goal for today. And so just take it easy over the next few days, kind of baby it, watch where I'm stepping, try not to roll my foot or ankle, and see how it goes. It's around noontime, and sun's definitely come up and warmed things up a little bit. Getting ready to go down a descent for a little ways, and then it looks like maybe a mile climb up the other side. And right now it looks like it's about 3.5 miles to the end of this segment. So that's going to put me there pretty early in the afternoon. So what I may do is take a look and see where I might be able to find a campsite on into segment 12, just to get me a little bit further for the next day. So I'll check in a little bit later. I wanted to answer a question that somebody had asked, and that was, what are you using to create the videos? So in the past, I used a GoPro and had an Olympus and Canon camera for pictures. And I used to wait and take all the video and pictures home, put them into Adobe, create the videos in Adobe, upload them to YouTube, and then I would archive the raw video and pictures and the YouTube video off to an external hard drive. It was extremely time consuming. And so what I wanted to do was to try to have something to use for a trip like this where I could do videos on the fly and keep it simple. So what I ended up doing was quite a while before the trip, 6 months or so, I was hiking on the Florida Trail and tested it out there and realized that it was going to work very well. But what I am using now is an iPhone 13 Pro Max to capture video and pictures. So I have one device now instead of multiple ones. I put each day's, from a workflow perspective, I put each day's picture into an album. And then what I do is I use LumaFusion for iOS, so I think it's only available on iPhone, to do the editing and the uploading to YouTube. So when I get done with a specific day, I just open up LumaFusion. I bring in the pictures and video into that day, and then create the video, add titles, etc., like normal. And then I upload those to YouTube. And then once I'm done with those, the raw pictures and videos, I will archive those off to Dropbox just for storage. I have folders set up there for each day, for example, for the Colorado Trail, and I just archive those off. At some point I may delete them, but I just move them off my iPhone onto Dropbox, just to free up storage, etc. Because as you know, videos take up a huge amount of space. So that's kind of the workflow that I've been doing. The only issue with trying to do them on the fly is, you got to have a cell connection or Wi-Fi in order to upload the video. So, for example, if I get to camp in time, I can go in and create the video, have it ready to go. But if I have no cell or not a powerful enough cell, strong enough cell, I won't be able to upload that video yet. So I kind of have to hold them until I can get into town or get somewhere where the cell is better. And I've never really ran into anywhere other than town where the cell actually will work enough to upload something like that. So that's why you see sometimes when I go into town, you'll see quite a few videos go up at the same, just one right after another. And that's the reason for that, is they're pretty much ready to go. I just need the connection to actually put them up there. So hopefully that answers that question as far as what I am using to create the videos now. Well, it must be about 1 o'clock. See the clouds starting to roll in. Haven't checked the weather yet to see if it's going to rain, but it definitely got some rain clouds moving in. So at some point I'll have to stop and pull out the rain gear. One of the differences, I think it's probably around 9,000 some feet right now, is it's pretty warm out. I have a sun hoodie on, so I had to put the hood on, but the sun is pretty intense right now at this point. So almost to the bottom of this hill here, and then it looks like have about a mile maybe climb. Oh, I see it over that way, over to my right. Looks like it follows those power lines up the valley there. So I have about a mile or so incline, and then it looked like it was pretty much downhill from there all the way down to the end of the segment. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and just made it up over the little, I wouldn't call it a climb, I guess a incline. It was about a mile long. Not 100% sure where the trail is going to go after I get down on this descent, but really cool view here. And looks like clouds are definitely coming in. One of the items I forgot to mention when we were talking about video editing is how much time it takes. So LumaFusion is a really powerful video editing software for iOS, and one of the features that it has is that you can take, they call it a project, but it's a video. So you take a video and you can duplicate it. So for an example, the way that I've been creating them is I'll take the previous video that I did and then I'll duplicate it, and then I just simply go in, change the title page, delete the old videos and pictures, add new videos and pictures, save it, and it's ready to go. And I would say an average video may take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then plus the time to run through it, depending upon how long it is, anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Uploading the video once it's ready to go is another story. That has to do with your connection speed. And some videos I've been able to upload in 45 minutes, and some videos it's taken up to 3 hours to upload, simply because of the internet connection. So the only downside to the LumaFusion and the workflow that I'm doing is you are doing it on your iPhone. So you're doing the actual video editing, and the screen has all your various editing screens on it, from where you pull in your pictures to the timeline to, you know, all the different components of editing photos or video. So the screen's small. I've gotten used to it. It's not that big of a deal. At home, I didn't bring it with me, but at home I have a stylus that I use, which makes it a little bit easier to just touch with a stylus. A lot of people that use LumaFusion, I think, are using it on iPads. Obviously, on a thru hike, you're not carrying an iPad around with you. So you kind of just are limited to your phone screen size. Probably the hardest thing that I've had to work with from a time-consuming perspective is getting the videos and pictures copied over to Dropbox so that I can remove them from my iPhone. I don't know why, but it takes a long time. So if you have 30 clips, for an example, that can take quite a while for those pictures to copy over and videos to copy over. Pictures copy very quickly. Videos is a whole different story. And I know it's all tied again to your internet connection and all, but that is probably what has been taking the longest amount of time. It's also the lowest priority. I've got quite a bit of storage space on my iPhone, but it's more of a cleanup thing to copy those files over when I'm done with them and delete them off my iPhone. So hopefully that helps a little bit. The editing, uploading, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to create, and then depending on your connection, the actual upload time to YouTube. This trail here reminds me of going into Breckenridge with all the switchbacks. There's been many of them so far down this slope. Nice pretty lake in the background. Still making my way down this descent and these switchbacks. Looks like maybe trying to see where the trail may go. I read in there that there's camping at the trailhead, and someone mentioned something about a campground, so I'm assuming that is it, straight ahead. But making our way towards that campground and the lake off in the distance. Just noticed this slope here is very deserty. I don't think that's a word. Reminds me of the desert with the plants and the vegetation that's here. Also seen past a couple cactus. Oh, there's some right here in front of me. And that's the first time, I think, on the trail so far in this section right here. There's another one there. Where I've seen cactus. So if I pan up here, it's this whole entire slope right here is just completely different than a lot of the other vegetation that we've gone through so far. Okay, it's about 2 o'clock and just got down to the bottom of that descent. That mountain right there is the one that we just came down. And I just passed the segment 11 trailhead, so I am now officially in segment 12. There's a camp about maybe a half a mile or a mile. It's still early, it's only 2 o'clock, so I wouldn't mind getting camp set up early today if possible. If I look down the valley there, you can see I have a feeling we're probably going to be getting some rain here soon. Good afternoon, everyone. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wanted to go ahead and close out day 20 of the Colorado thru hike. So today I started in Twin Lakes and ended up completing segment 11. The entire segment was about 2,910 feet up and about 4,042 feet down. Had a good day hiking today. It was a nice mix of up and down. Overall, it really wasn't too bad. It was much better than I thought. I'm currently at the Clear Creek Campground. This is BLM land, which is free for tent or RV campers. So I've got, there's quite a few people in here. There's a few tents, not too many. Some of the CT hikers have passed by me here and on this bridge, and was going to go ahead and continue for a little bit and try to get a little bit of the climb for tomorrow out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and let you take a look at where I am at. So I have my tent set up tonight, kind of off to the side away from everything, and it's really actually, if you look here, it's actually right next to Clear Creek. So obviously no issues at all of getting water today. Kind of pan around here and let you look. There is some RVers nearby, and you'll recognize that hill across the way. That's the one that we came down today. Got a lot of thunder this afternoon, but no rain yet. Sounds like that it's about to come. One of the things I'm going to keep an eye out for tonight is, and I never really thought about it, was my driver had told me that she had to pick up a hiker the other day and take him to Denver Airport. They were evidently camping near one of the streams like this, and they had a flash flood, and it actually washed out their tent and all their camping gear. They were fine, but it was basically they lost everything. So she picked them up at one of the trailheads and took them to Denver Airport. Their hike was obviously over at that point. So I'll go ahead and close this out. I guess my highlights today was the completion of segment 11. That was really my goal for the day, was to get that out of the way. So I'll be able to start segment 12 tomorrow. And probably the low is my foot issue is a little bit better, but it continues to be an issue. So tomorrow I'll go over the hike statistics tomorrow, but there is a significant amount of climbing tomorrow. I think it's well over 4,000 feet. So anyway, have a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thought I would add this to the day 20 closeout. I had mentioned that it hadn't rained yet. Well, the rain came just within minutes probably after doing that closeout. So just wanted to show you what we do on the Colorado Trail when it's raining. We still eat dinner. We still do everything. Had the water boiling outside. It's boiled and just waiting on the chicken and rice to complete. And then we'll enjoy a fabulous dinner and hopefully a good night's sleep. See you all tomorrow.